Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we are diving into some of the most fascinating and, honestly, surprising corners of our world. We're going to do it by opening up a very special kind of book, AI's Hidden Worlds, a compendium. So let's just jump right in. We all hear about AI every single day, right? But let's get past the headlines, beyond all the hype. Where is it actually rewriting the fundamental rules of our world? To answer that, we're going to open up this compendium, this collection of knowledge, and we're going to explore four totally distinct, critical, and sometimes pretty surprising chapters where AI is really making its mark. Our first chapter starts with the very ground beneath our feet, AI and our planet. And as you're about to see, this relationship is a classic double-edged sword. And you see that contrast immediately, right here. On one side, you have this incredible promise, AI powering these super accurate climate models, giving us precision agriculture that can feed more people with way fewer resources, and creating smart energy grids that just slash waste. But then you look at the other side of the ledger and you see the peril. We're talking about the massive, massive energy use from data centers, the e-waste from constantly needing the newest hardware, and all the resource extraction it takes to build these things in the first place.
And to put a number on that promise side, get this. Some studies are suggesting that AI-driven efficiencies in things like energy, transport, and farming could help cut global greenhouse gas emissions by as much as 15%. I mean, that is a huge, potentially game-changing number. But it's a potential that comes with those very real costs we just mentioned.
All right, let's move to our next chapter. And I'll warn you, this is a pretty jarring shift. We're going from the natural world straight into the world of human conflict, where AI is writing the new rules of war. Now, at the heart of this whole discussion is a concept that honestly sounds like it's straight out of science fiction, but it is becoming reality fast: lethal autonomous weapons, or laws. And it's so important we're all clear on this. We're talking about systems that can make the decision to kill a human target without a human in the loop. This is not just a remote-controlled drone. This is an entirely new class of weapon that hands over a life-or-death choice to an algorithm. So how exactly does AI change the battlefield? Well, it just completely short-circuits the decision-making cycle. Think about it. Step 1, observe. An AI system sifts through just unimaginable amounts of data. Step 2, orient. It spots threats faster than any human ever could. Step 3, decide. And here is the really crucial part. AI can recommend what to do, or, in the case of laws, it can make the tactical decision itself. And finally, step 4, act. This whole process, which used to take minutes, maybe hours, can now be crunched down into seconds. It completely changes the very nature of strategy. You know, that incredible speed on the battlefield forces us right into our third chapter, which might just be the toughest one of all: the ethics of code. We're shifting from what AI can do to what it should do, and how on earth we program our deepest human values into it. And this is not some abstract debate. Let's start with bias. If an AI used for hiring is constantly favoring one group of people over another, who's to blame? Is it the programmer who wrote the code, the company that fed it biased data from the past, or the manager who used it without checking it properly? Trying to pin down who's responsible is incredibly complicated. And then we run into the black box problem. I mean, can we really truly trust a decision if we can't even explain how it was made? A lot of advanced AIs get to their conclusions in ways that are so complex, even their own creators don't fully get the why. So if an AI denies you a loan, don't you deserve to know the reason? Right now, you might not get one. And that brings us to what is maybe the biggest challenge of them all. How do you take something as complex and nuanced as fairness and encode it into code? Humans have been debating things like justice for thousands of years. Now we're asking software engineers to define it in the rigid yes or no logic of an algorithm. That's a monumental task. Okay, let's take a deep breath. From the heavy weight of ethics, let's shift gears completely to our fourth and final chapter, one that gets to the very core of what we think of as human: creativity in the machine. We're talking about AI and the author. Just listen to this line of poetry for a second. The silver moon wept circuits on the silicon sea. It's kind of evocative, right? Maybe even beautiful. So what if I told you that wasn't written by a person, but by an algorithm? This just shows we've gone way beyond simple data crunching. We're in the realm of generating new creative language.
AI is becoming a totally legitimate literary tool. Think of it as a creative partner. It's not about replacing writers, it's about augmenting them. It can be a co-writer that helps you blast through writer's block, it can analyze centuries of literature to find hidden patterns, and it can even create stories that adapt and personalize themselves for each and every reader. It's a brand new frontier for storytelling.
So, we've journeyed through the environment, through war, ethics, and art. Now let's bring it all together in the synthesis and take a look at AI's combined interdisciplinary future. This is really where all the different threads come together, and I want you to notice the pattern here. In every single domain, a core AI function, like prediction or automation, it creates a uniquely human challenge. For our planet, optimization creates the challenge of sustainability. In war, all that speed forces the challenge of control. In ethics, judgment demands accountability. And in art, creation makes us question the nature of authenticity. It's the same underlying tech, but the questions it forces us to ask are profoundly different in each case. And when you zoom all the way out, here's the bottom line. AI isn't just one story about robots or one story about art. It is the connecting thread, a fundamental force that runs through both our planet's greatest challenges and our most deeply human ambitions. And that leaves us with one last essential question. As this incredible technology continues to weave all these seemingly separate worlds together, it forces us to ask, what story are we writing for ourselves in this new age of AI?